Hey everybody, Dan here with Charlie. What's your handle on Instagram?
Instagram is _Charlie with 2 I's, 1. And my YouTube is Life with Charlie.
And we're here today to talk about what I'm gonna call the big dirt bike hunt of 2024.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy. Have you ever seen anything like this? Like what is happening? Like what has happened over the last week?
Yeah. I mean, being as though, as long as I've been riding bikes and stuff, so yeah, I probably seen worse than this.
Okay, so like, how long have you been riding bikes?
I've been riding since I was 5. I think since I was 5, yeah. I had a little 80 quad, so I was riding since I was 5. My dad put me on.
And what kind of style of riding? Like what types of bikes? Like cruisers, dirt bikes?
No, it was all just quads and dirt bikes.
Okay.
But I started with quads, so that was my main thing, 4 wheels. I was on 4 wheels, so once I started with that, I graduated to dirt bikes eventually. But I know how to ride street bikes and Harleys. I know how to ride all those type of bikes, but this is my main thing right here, though. The dirt bikes, you know, like the Willie.
It is a nice main thing. I love when people sticker them and kind of customize them to themselves. Can you go over your bike a little bit for us?
Yeah, for sure. Well, right here you got my YouTube. My YouTube name right here is Life with Charlie. On YouTube. You know, you got the my homie that actually did the kit, Graphic Max.
Okay.
So that's who shout out to him. That's who make the graphic kits and everything for our bikes. I got a lot of different things here, man. I got my homies. I got my homies right here. My 2 homies. They actually died from the streets.
Okay.
My other homie, he died from the streets. And we got my other homie. He died. He had an asthma attack. Right here. We got my grandmom, which is my dad's mom. She died too from asthma.
Wow.
My uncle, which is my dad's brother, he died. He had like a heart situation, so he died. And we got my other, he's like an uncle to me too. He died from asthma too. Had an asthma attack. Yeah.
Is asthma an issue in your family?
Do
you have
asthma? Yeah. I got asthma too. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But luckily, like mine ain't too crazy right now. You know, and hopefully it don't get too bad. But it been chilling for the most part. So I thank God for that.
Right.
This is my my OG right here, Rob, my old head. He meant a lot to me, man. This guy, like, he was everything, man. That was my guy right there. But he died from the streets too. Like, he was, a lot of people know him though. He was he was like a big street drug dealer, street boy and all that.
Okay.
But he was a good dude, yeah, good heart. My other guy right here, my homie, he died from the streets too. Like.
Now, when you say the streets, what do you mean? Like
basically
they died from the streets?
Yeah, he got shot. So you know, street activities, shit like that. This is the same guy right here, same one. And we got my grandma right here. This my baby. This my heart right here. My mom. She was like a mom to me. Like, you know what I mean. So this one right here is my everything right there, man. And the other side, I got another homie. He died from the streets too. He got shot. So a lot of it is from my homies died from street shit and stuff like that. So nah, that go, man.
Yeah.
But I just put them on my bike because the love I got for them, and I know they always gonna be with me. So I'm good. You know, when they with me, I'm cool. I'm straight. They gonna make sure I make it back home. I mean, I love to take them with me, man. I feel good when I ride because I know they right here. I can see them and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
Amen.
Love them to death, for sure, man.
Were they happy to see you ride? You know?
Yeah, for sure. Like, if they would have seen me now though, like they'd have been like, damn, he ride crazy. Like my mom, she be ready to have a heart attack sometimes, but she know this what I do. She know it. She know I love it, and I know she probably rather me do this than be on the corners like I used to be and outside doing stuff. But I ain't supposed to be doing. You know what I mean, going to jail, stuff like that. So
right.
Yeah, I just try to stick to this.
Why do they think it's crazy? Like you said, riding all crazy. Like what? Define that.
Like as far as me, you know, wheeling, doing crazy tricks without a helmet, you know, all through the streets and just doing crazy stunts, man. That you can get hurt from doing. But obviously, you know, I know what I'm doing. Not saying like anything can happen, but I'm experienced. So I mean, and this would really get me. I don't know, it get me going, man. This my drug for real. So
it's your pleasure.
Yeah, I don't do nothing else. Like, I mean, I go out and stuff, but like I don't do drugs. Like I don't use nothing else to cope with it. I just use this. You know what
now,
I mean?
if you weren't wheeling, what would you do on a bike necessarily? Like, have you ever taken this bike in the dirt? right?
No, not since I got it. This probably the first time right here.
So you bought it strictly to ride in the street?
Yeah, I bought it fresh out the dealer, taking it straight to the streets, man. Like, brand new tire. I had to break the tire in because, you know, it's slippery when you first get them.
Right.
So I had to break the tire. I took it straight to the street as soon as I got it.
So I did the same thing with this. I specifically went looking for this. I have a KTM 300 XC that I have for the dirt. Like, I grew up in the dirt on a dirt bike, and then when I turned 18, right, I got a Harley and I went to the street. That was a terrible choice.
Street bike,
and then I got crotch rocket a month after that, a Honda VFR. It was a yellow, like, crotch rocket.
Okay.
And I've always loved, like, just getting out and talking to the community, meeting people, and challenging myself, just like you challenged to wheelie. Like, that video you took of me, that's probably the biggest grossing video.
That video went crazy, man.
Got it. As long as we don't lose the bike.
Yeah.
We're like on a hill.
Yeah. No, but I think you're good. You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, but that video, man, that video went crazy.
Yes.
I didn't even know what was going. You know, I just like now. You know, I like posting stuff, so that video went crazy, man. Everybody, they still be liking it to this day.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, man.
And I work hard to make a lot of media. That's the biggest video I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, man. I be trying to, like, I like that though, man. Like when I post other people or stuff, like, I like that, like, man, just to get out there, like. But that was a funny, cool video, man. Everybody was loving it.
That was a good moment. My arms are still feeling like spaghetti. I was actually at a garage. Speaking of that video, I was at a garage, right? Recognition and community, right? This is the best part. I was getting my truck service. Bunch of Russians. They don't really know me, right? I met them twice, right? And they don't really speak English. And this guy, Spanish guy from the back, comes out of the back. He can barely speak English, and he shows me the video. And he goes, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then the whole shop is like coming out like.
That's crazy. You see how that stuff can get around? Like, it's crazy how the internet works, man. The internet is really powerful. Yeah. We really gotta use it though, man, to our advantage now. Like Instagram and stuff, man. You never know who see your stuff.
Right.
And like, it's just all about to keep working, man. It take that one video. You just keep working, bro, and keep on going and keep striving, man. That one video will get you somewhere where you wouldn't never believe, like. So it's all about working, man, being consistent and stuff. So
that's why one issue I have. I have all over the place.
Me too.
I have tons of projects going on. But back to like what I was saying, I think the biggest part to me of riding, and I see it in you, and like wheeling and challenging yourself, like that's what makes the ride better. Like feeling accomplished and your confidence in like your tricks and the ability there too. And I've been riding since I was literally walking, right? And one of the only things I haven't really overcome fear-wise is that wheelie, like getting that back, right?
Getting it back there. That's the scary part, man, that break.
So I've broken my leg jumping like through the air and landing wrong. I've broken legs going too fast. You know what I mean? So I've done a lot of things that people would say are dangerous, but I've never kind of seen the scrutiny, you know, that the general public of Philadelphia, and like it's kind of a flip side of a coin. Like I've been on a lot of ride outs and filmed you guys a lot, and you know, it's just as welcoming as any other bike community, right? Like you guys are all welcoming. If somebody breaks down, you stop, like you help out. Like you're all about showing each other how to do the next best trick. Like that's no matter if it's in the dirt or the street, it's the same type of community. And that's so welcoming, and it's rare to see that anywhere else, right? And when I see everybody out in the pack, you kind of see that mixed reaction of the general public. Like I've seen women, right, like middle-aged women who I thought would be like total Karens pulling up in their like Honda like Kias or whatever, and they get out and they are already taking video, right?
Some people really love it.
And and she was like, "Yeah, I love these people. They're all up and down the street all the time." And I'm like,
but I swear, man, I always say this, right? Like it's always gonna be like you're gonna have hate and love. Right. It ain't gonna always just be always all love, 100%. You're gonna have some type of hate percentage, like, you know, but it is what it is, man. That's what anything, man. If you're a rapper, a basketball player, anything, whatever you are, you're gonna have some type of hate with it. So that's why now people that be saying stupid stuff, I don't pay no mind. And we got people that still love us and They like what we do, man. Some people love it. We ain't bothering nobody. They love to see the cool stuff, different stuff, like us Willie like, oh, but I don't pay no mind. You gonna have heat. So
now, with that being said, do you pay mind, and does it stress you anytime you leave the house for like the cops? Like coming here today, I pulled out and I saw a cop car and I'm running a plate, right? So like, but I know a guy who just was running a plate and they pulled up to the lot and they hit him with the truck, you know what I mean? So it's really a profiling thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So does that like stress you when you leave the house? Is like, not only can you fuck up in riding yourself and like injure yourself just by riding, like your brakes freeze and seize up and tip you over, but like what is your stress level when it comes to the cops?
To be honest, they like at the level I'm at now, I don't even it don't fear me. I don't care. Like I don't even, because I know I done been through it already. I've been riding a lot of years, so I know not to panic. I know how the game go. You know, you just got to know how to maneuver and always pay attention all the time. Like any given moment, even when you're getting gas, you might got to keep, if it's really hot out and it's going crazy with the cops, you got to keep your bike on while you pumping that gas.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them this week. We'll play the clip of them just grabbing bikes, and these aren't even, they're not even dirt bikes. They're grabbing everything.
Yeah, they
like
could be legal.
Rockets,
yes.
And
if your bike ain't registered, yes. If you got a tag, your bike ain't registered or you don't have a motorcycle license, they taking it. Like they on all bullcrap. Like, and then
I saw a recent video on social media where they're going in people's sheds.
Yes, the garages.
Taking like a whole group of bikes like that are off. They're not on the road. How do you know? How do they deem the difference? Like I live in the city,
feel like that is. I feel like that's not right. That's illegal. Like how you just go in somebody's garage? Like it's not on if it's not on the street and they ride. You know how you just.
Well, they're deeming it to it's under investigation.
Right.
They're always taking evidence.
Yeah, they always got a tactic to something. They always got something behind something. But right now it's just. They just do the most, man. Like you just doing too much, man. But like I said, all they do is try to scare you, and they know who to scare. Like them riders that ain't really been experienced or they new to this, you going to scare them because they going to panic. And while you chasing them, they're going full throttle. Sometimes they looking back while they full throttle, trying to see if you behind them, and then not paying attention to the front of them. And then they smack out to a car or somebody or anything, a tree. So that's what it be, man. You just cannot panic, man. Don't panic. Whatever
do you know anybody that's happened to?
Yeah, a couple people that actually died, and it's crazy because somebody he got the same name as me, and he actually just died this year. I think it was probably last month. He went out Miami for GVO.
Okay.
His name was Charlie too, and he ride Banshees. So they said he was out there and they got chased, and he ended up hitting a car while they was chasing him, and he died.
Now, I personally think the officer that's chasing in that aspect should be held liable, right?
For sure,
If like in our city, there's a policy you're not allowed to chase. Well, if then the officer's caught chasing, that should be manslaughter.
Yeah,
you know, every
definitely.
bit. Like if I was just a random civilian and I was like, Charlie, you shouldn't be riding today. I'm gonna chase you, and you ran into a car, I would be found as a random civilian to be guilty of manslaughter.
Yes.
You know, I was chasing you and you had fear for your life.
Yes, I was scared. You was trying to run me over.
Right.
And I was trying to get out of there, and you made me crash. But you know, you can't tell them nothing. But like I said, man, it only messes up. I feel like it makes it worse. Like y'all want us to start riding, but if y'all chasing us, that's not helping nothing. Y'all making it worse. If we run over a pedestrian because y'all chasing us, it's still our fault. Like it's crazy. Anything we do is our fault. Like y'all running, y'all doing this, y'all not supposed to, you know, like it's just crazy, man. But I feel like I don't want them, I'm not letting them stop this is my fun, like this is my happiness. Like I'm not letting y'all, like I'm not gonna bother y'all. Like I'm not gonna come out and have my intentions to bother y'all, play with y'all, none of that. Just leave me alone. I'm just gonna ride, and you know, like me personally, I ride the right way. I might willy crazy and stuff, but I know like if there's a kid and a family crossing the street, I make sure I tell anybody behind me when we come to the light, oh, stop. Like let them, don't keep trying to fly past. Y'all see these people, like, come on, it's common sense. So like I know how to like do certain things and how to move. It just everybody with you not always how you are. So you got to make sure the other riders are like you, because some of them you do got some asshole riders. I'm not gonna lie, they don't want to listen. They on sidewalks. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, But
I mean, that's it with everybody. I can't. Have you ever sat in morning traffic at 6 a.m. and you got somebody blowing past you on the shoulder,
right,
fucking 70 miles per hour? You're like, wow, you're that late, guy. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
It's just being, a part of a society of people who do wrong in society. Now, have you ever hurt anybody or damaged property in while you were riding? Like,
hell yeah, shit. I did it before. I didn't.
So like hurt somebody?
No, I didn't hurt nobody, but I like hit somebody's mirror, like stuff like that.
How
like,
do you? What happens afterwards?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I keep going. Long as I didn't hurt nobody physically on their body, like nobody got hurt. It is what it is. But I might smack a mirror by accident or something. But I'm, we just gonna keep going. We gonna be real. We gonna keep going. Like
now, did you do it intentionally?
No. It's like basically like say if you wheeling and then you end up having to go between cars.
Right.
Like and then you just it looked like you can clear it, but not knowing your handlebars might be a little too extra inch. And then you hit the mirror, but by accident. But
I've done it before. In New York City, they get real tight. I've done it on a Harley. I've done it on this thing. And you stop. Well, I've stopped, right? And like the people just pull their mirror.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm from the hood, man. So I keep going. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And I broke a mirror one time on purpose. I was on a Harley. I was young. I was 19. I was drinking. This was back in my drinking days, so my judgment was off.
Yeah, he was drunk.
I wasn't drunk.
Oh, you wasn't?
I shouldn't have been driving drunk.
Yeah, so you just...
I was drinking, and somebody had pulled out in front of me. And it was dead at night.
Yeah, you couldn't do
empty
nothing.
road. I was pissed. So like I got up to the light and I just kicked his mirror because he was like, I was like, yo,
yeah, like why would you do that? Yeah,
and he was like giving me all attitude. So I was like, no, dude. But then
definitely.
I've learned, and that was out of anger. Like that, if I was driving a car, right, I maybe I wouldn't have hit his mirror like that, but I wouldn't have gotten out of my car just to hit his mirror. But I felt so enraged that he had put my life in danger. And then to have that attitude
as
about
if
it.
He wasn't wrong.
Right. Or like he didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Like,
right.
So in return, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I do see that sometimes. And like, I feel like that is what has caused this huge dirt bike hunt is like that kid Cody, right? Something had happened, right? We don't know, right? The whole story, we don't know, right?
Yeah.
But something had happened that caused a person to just get that enraged, right? And I watched the video, like, I'm not pro putting a gun in anybody's face. Like, that is not, it's not good to do.
Especially nowadays because everybody's recording.
Right.
That's how he actually went to jail.
Yeah.
That everybody was recording that and it went viral on Instagram. If that didn't happen, he would be still out here.
Right.
But
and it looked like in the video the gun accidentally fell out, so I don't think his major intent was to pull a gun on the person.
Yeah, it did feel like it fell.
Right. Yeah. But again, and I carry, right? The first time I've ever had my life threatened was in the woods. I was riding. I ran across a deer hunter. Right, and he was very upset that I was scaring away the deer with the noise of the bike. Yeah. Right. And I used to be a volunteer firefighter, so I had left my dirt bike in the woods across the street from my firehouse. Right. Okay. And went and we cut this chick out of a Mini Cooper. She flipped her Mini Cooper over on the highway, so we cut her out of the car. She was cool. She was just upside down.
Yeah.
So we cut her out.
She was good.
We take her to the hospital, and my adrenaline's going. Right. I just got done cutting somebody out of a car. And I get back into the woods, and there's somebody sitting on my dirt bike.
What the fuck?
Right. So, my adrenaline's going. I was younger, right? And I'd never been in a serious confrontation where, like, it's not like a schoolyard fucking bullshit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And this guy had a crossbow sitting across the rack of the dirt bike, so I didn't see it. All I see is his back when I walk up to him, and I'm like, yo, get off my bike. And he turns around, and this fucker's pointing the bow right at me. And he's like, this is my bike now. I was like, the fuck, right? That's what my mentality was, right? So I just walk up and I grab the handlebars. Well, I'm little, right? Yeah. I stand 5'10". This guy was 6'2". So he got off my bike and he just threw me right to the ground, right? Oh, and then he's still pointing it and he's like, I don't think you heard me. This is my bike now. And I'm like, okay. And this was like, this bike had been stolen before. It was a beat up, like 1974 Suzuki, like just crap bike, right? So it had kill switches under the seat, that way I could leave it in the woods and not be stolen, right? Okay. So it was in gear, right? And locked up, and you, as many times as you could kick it, it wasn't going to spark and turn over, right? So this guy was like, tell me how to start the thing. And I'm like, nah, dude. Like, what?
Right.
So I wait and I'm like talking, like he's like, he goes to put the thing back on the handlebars, and just like in a movie, like I ran so hard I tumbled over myself like a bunch of times, and then I jumped out of the woods into like oncoming traffic because I was like just like trying to get out of the environment. It was like the most, and like this day I think, and this influences me and how I protect myself outside my house every day since I've been 21, because you just don't know. Right, you just don't know. You have to protect yourself and your property. And I get out onto like the road and I call the police, right? Because I just got off an accident scene with them, right? And I don't really support. I'm not pro policing anymore. Not to the general public. I'm pro police in the British way, where they have warrant squads. You know what I mean? Not everybody's running around with a gun, but. I called, and I grew up in a town where like it was a very corrupt system. Like the judge went to jail for racketeering. They shut down the courthouse, and the chief of police went to jail for a whole part of that all. And they restructured everything, and people got moved around and shuffled around. So like this guy that held me at Crossbow Point was affiliated with the judge. He was affiliated with the chief of police. So like, although he was trespassing and hunting illegally, right? When we got to the gate and like he had pushed my dirt bike 16 acres with a locked up wheel, I like followed it with the track mark. I get there and the police don't ask me if I want to press charges. They're like, he is pressing charges on you for trespassing, and they contacted the owners of the property. And then got them involved. Like they weren't there. They lived in New York, right? So like, but they gave me back the bike. But it's been, no matter what, we leave the house and there's a danger to it. Whether we're going out just to ride or like just to be a rider. There's not only the police that are anti it, and I'm not saying all police are, because there are police officers that ride themselves. Yeah,
some are alright.
But like,
not all of them though.
When you govern just an entire body in one particular way, like I worked with the state for 6 years fixing their radios, right? So I listened to police radio for 6 years every day. I hate that fucking noise. That and before that I was a volunteer firefighter, so always hearing the radio and running around to film some of the scenes in clips, right, from Wednesday and Thursday of them just hunting bikes down and putting them on a trailer and just taking people's property. Just straight up taking their property. And I'm thankful no one got hit by that truck that day and Thursday, but that's not the first case. Like we have little Bay, he was 19 and he got broadsided by a 27th district car riding in a wheelie, and the car cut him off and he wheelied right into it, a cop car.
That's crazy.
But it's when you govern just the whole population by the act of like one Cody, right? Cody's in jail. So like, why are all these people paying penance for Cody? And they're saying it's a quality of life. Like they're trying to fix a quality of life. But what about the quality of your life? The right to the pursuit of happiness for Charlie and me. Like I can't leave the house without the fear of a random hunter getting mad because I'm in the woods. So I turn to the street. Now I have to fear being hit off my bike until they check my plates and registration. What is that? And
that made no sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And like, because of I protect myself, so like, it sticks out sometimes.
That's for sure.
That puts any cop in worry. Like, I don't want to be tackled off my bike to secure my protection for your protection, and then I'm all scuffed up and like.
That's another thing they do. They see you on a bike with a weapon too.
They take it off you.
Oh my God, they really want to like, oh, he's a killer probably. He got a gun on him. Yo, get him. But not knowing some people got license to carry, buddy. Like, you know, so.
And that's Philly PD. So I've been stopped 3 times in Philly with my gun, and all 3 times they've taken my gun off me. I've been stopped probably 30 times in my life. I have major traffic violations if you look up my name. Philly is the only place I've ever had my gun taken off my body. Like, anywhere else they're just like, don't touch it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what they do.
Philly's like, no, we gotta touch it. We gotta touch it. We gotta touch
They want to see if it's been used just now. They want to see if it's hot.
Right.
They want to see if that thing been fired, man.
And it's so, and it just kind of plays with this whole kind of mob mentality on the police side of like, where they are really just deeming somebody a civilian or a criminal, just right off the bat, and then doing the investigation. So, you know, it's scary to see the bike life. Like, what would you want to see changed in bike life to just eliminate that?
I do want to see that I want the cops to just. I really wish that we could come together and make some type of thing happen to where it's like, yo, let's give these riders this little lot right here, and we can make it for them. They can do what they do, have fun, kill themselves, ride, have fun, whatever. Like, let's just try to make something happen to come together with the city, like or I don't know, some type of thing where we can make it happen, because right now it look like it ain't. I don't know. This always happens though. It get worse. Then it be chilling for a while. No cops. You don't worry about no cops. They're not worrying about us. We can ride, we good. And then next thing you know, something always happens, and then we back here again. It's like a cycle. Like, we good, then it's this. Now they chasing us again. Then they can't chase us again. Like, it's like, man, we've been doing this for so long and years. I just wish something can like happen where we can make a place, just a little place that's all right for us.
Now, do you think if they gave their argument, I see it in the media all the time, do you think if they gave us a lot, right, the general public, the pack, a lot, right, do you think it would keep people off the streets, like riding in the wheelie pack on up and down Broad, up and down South, up and down City Hall?
I'm gonna be real. Majority, it'll slow like a lot of it down from a lot of people being in the streets, because because a lot of people just want to come to everybody can meet up at that one place. It's gonna be all love too. Like imagine if we just had hot dog carts out there, burgers and something to drink, music. Everybody just gonna want to come and have that. Like, it's gonna be love. Everybody gonna be happy to see everybody. We're gonna be willing to take turns on everybody, each other bikes, and it's gonna be all love. So I feel like majority, but you're gonna always see somebody here and there on the street. Like, I feel like that ain't gonna ever.
But do you think it would reduce that 250, 300 bike pack? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when there's a ride out and Boston comes, or Atlanta comes, or New York City comes, and Trenton comes, and there's a pack.
That's the thing right there. That's different. When there's a ride out, that's kind of different, because it's so many of us that we can't probably just all fit in that little. Depending on how big the spot is, it might not have enough room for that many people to. Everybody want to have their little fun show off and stuff like that. Right. So I feel like the ride outs is for the streets, because it's more space, and we can go like further places around the city.
Now, if they gave y'all a lot, right? And I say y'all, just the general public, like, do you think you would work with city communicators and officials to organize the ride outs, where like they would provide almost a parade route?
Oh yeah,
where
for sure.
They would. Like the Naked Bike Ride does it.
Yeah, like we had our own little day type of thing. Like,
and the police escort, they make sure that you're not weaving in and out of traffic.
Right.
You are like just like a funeral procession, moving as one whole body, like our right to do to gather and peacefully protest.
No, that'll be cool. That would be all right. But again, you have you have everybody that like, everybody never on the same page. That's the only problem, man, because I could be with that, and a couple of my other homies could be with it, and then you got other people that's like, everybody got their opinion.
Right.
So some people might not be with it, but I mean that might help a little something, but.
Do you think people do it just to stunt and be dangerous on the road and tease the police?
Nah. No, we don't. I'm gonna speak for all of us. Like we don't do that to tease the cops or nothing. We really do this because this is like, it's so much fun. Like, it's hard to explain, and like, you will only understand if you do it. Like, you get on a bike and like, you will understand it. Like, it's like we just do this shit, the passion, like the feeling of just being free and just move, just wheeling and swerving and just that beautiful day out, and you just ride your bike with no hoodie on, man. Right. You fresh, got your nice shoes on and your clothes on, man. You seen the girls,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody like, yo, yeah, like you just getting love. Like, it's just that feeling, man. We don't even be wanting to like look for police or be smart or how you say that? Fucking like,
showboat?
Yeah, fuck with them to make them. We don't be on that type of stuff, man. We just try to have our fun and do what we do. But like I said, man, I'm honest. Like, some riders do stupid stuff though. Like, like we don't be trying to antagonize the cops, but we do have some riders that do stupid stuff that makes them be like, what are you doing? Right. Like, why are you not letting people? Why are you on the sidewalk? This lady walking with her baby. Like, that's wrong. Now I understand why a cop would be mad about that, because I would be too. Like, why are you? This is somebody's kid or girlfriend or wife, and you know what I'm saying, like, why are you on the sidewalk speeding and you can kill this little baby? Like keep it on the street, bro, and just be careful. And if you see somebody coming across the street, just stop. It ain't gonna hurt you to stop for like 2 seconds and let them walk across. So it's like, it'd be some of that type of stuff that be making the cops be like, yo, what you doing? Like, which is common sense. Like, yeah, what are you doing? Like, right. But yeah, man, it's a passion, and it's like, you gotta really do it to understand that feeling, man. It's hard. Like,
where do you see dirt bike culture in 5 years from now? Like,
man,
electric dirt bikes?
No, I'm gonna be honest, man. This dirt bike culture is shitty. This shit, I feel like it's going downhill.
Why is it? Why do you feel that way?
Cause it's like everything is fucked up, man. Like, everybody is different. Everybody just want fame, and everybody want to be the best. Everybody think they better than this person, and everybody too like stuck up now, like with this stuff, man. They just trying to do too much, and then it's like, ain't nobody trying to come together to do stuff. Like, nobody want to like make stuff happen, or like, let's try to build something together. Let's try to get our voices out there. Like, let's try to do something different. But everybody just want to be the best person in the world, and
I think that's not just a dirt biking thing. I think that's, and I film in a lot of communities. Yeah. It's a common thing in all communities, like fire breathing, dancing, horses, all of them. Nobody seems to want to connect anymore. Everybody's
for self
in their own. Yeah, they're chasing their own dream.
Right, their own dream, man. It's like, if you come together, we can make this dream come faster. But another thing is, a lot of people don't want to work. They don't want to work, man. They just want to. They think it's just gonna happen. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and one day no, man. Like, so you really gotta work for this stuff. You gotta do certain stuff. Like,
takes a lot of time.
You gotta network.
Doing things differently. Yeah.
Like, that's why I said, like, I really love this. Like, I would love to be able to get sponsors and get paid for this type of stuff, because I really love it. I'm gonna go hard about it, and I wish I could get. Like, I'm not saying like it's impossible, but it's kind of like, you gotta really. I have to go really hard to really try to get that to happen. Because you got like, right now we got one dirt bike rider, street rider that he made it. I don't know if you know him, but Chino, Meek Mill.
Oh, okay.
Meek Mill, the one that Meek Mill put on.
Okay.
He from Baltimore.
Okay.
Chino. So he got signed with them, and Meek Mill, Meek Mill, the rapper from the city. So he put him in position with Monster Energy.
Okay.
So he got in with them and Ethica, and now he's signed and stuff with Monster. So
that's good.
He getting paid from so he good, yeah. So he's probably the only street rider that's really like made it.
And he goes out to stunt in the street
he do,
for Monster.
Like, he does, yeah. He's really locked in with them, like.
Okay.
Yeah, so he that's probably, like, I could say, like, the only street rider that really made it. But I'm not I'm not gonna say just on his own, because obviously Meek Mill put him in them positions.
Right.
But he actually, he was doing what he was doing before that. He was riding and making a name for himself. But Meek Mill got him in them bigger doors and stuff. So he like the only one I could say that really made it, that's doing it. So other than that, ain't nobody else really.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of people with the big following, and like it is hard to make a following. But like, what do you do with your audience? That's the big question. What do you do with that responsibility?
Not gonna lie, man. You gotta really use it. Like you have to really understand. Like once you do have that following and stuff, you have to really take it serious. You gotta take it serious and really know how to utilize it though. Cause you can have a following, but you might be posting the wrong stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you doing the right things and promoting yourself the right way, and it'll happen, man. It'll work for you. You just gotta know what you're doing. That's the key to this stuff. You gotta know which way to be going. Right, like that's it. Cause we all be stuck in everybody like this. You don't know. But when if you get somebody to like help you and just be like, yo, gotta go that way, then you'll really see the difference, man. It's crazy, man. It's all about networking though. It's all about you can't be scared to talk to people or reach out and say, oh, look, man, can we do this, or can't be scared. And I was one of them too. Like I wasn't scared, I just had like a pride issue where it's like I don't want it to seem like I'm what they call in Philly is dick eating. Right. I don't want to make it seem like I'm dick eating this person. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
We all felt like that before in Philly. That's just how it is, man. But as I grew, I learned like, man, I know I'm not that. I'm not no dick eater.
Right.
I'm just trying to really make this stuff happen with my life, man. So you gotta just network and stuff, man.
And you should never let anybody else's judgment affect how you do anything.
Too. That too.
I feel like every time I go out of the house to do something, people either tell me that's dumb or like
yes,
like
somebody always got to discourage you.
Right. Yeah. And most of the time they aren't doing nothing for themselves.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
That's the craziest thing to me, man. Nowadays, people always going to tell you not to do this or got something stupid to say, but I'm doing kind of better than you. You not even like how you going to tell me?
Not even a better or less than, but they aren't doing nothing.
Right. So it's like, how are you going to tell me this? And it's fucked up because some people got weak minds. Whereas they'll let that person really fuck them up, and they'll be like, oh damn, now they debating if they really should do it or not. Like, right. So it's like, yeah, you have to really be smart, man, out here, and just really like go off of whatever you like and what you want to do. Don't listen to nobody. I don't care what they say. Live your life, man, because if you that one time you listen to that person, you might have fucked up something good that you could have had about to happen.
Right.
Like, oh shit, man, he just discouraged me. I don't think I want to do it, man. I ain't doing that shit. I'm cool. Like it's crazy, like yeah.
And there is like a yin and yang to it, You do have to pay, and I mean I hear a lot of like very intelligent people that have made it in life. They experience the same thing,
Yes.
Doubt from every corner because nobody around them ever made it.
Yes.
So like for them to go further, it was like, well, it didn't work out for me. Why would it for you?
For you,
well, I don't quit.
Right, and then when they make it. Now they like, oh, I told you was gonna do it. Yes. Like, wait, huh? Like now you want to be, oh, what's up? Like no, like stay right over there, man. And it depends on too who like you said, it's who you with, who you around, who you surround yourself with, your circle, man. Because if you got dead weight around you, you gonna be the next one. Like you gonna be right there with them. So you gotta surround yourself with people that's really on some other stuff and they mentally like. Prepared to go to the next level, and they want to y'all helping each other figure some things out. Because if you don't have that, if you got somebody that want to keep being lazy and not doing anything, and they just comfortable where they at, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You gonna be right with them. So you have to. Sometimes you gotta cut that off too. Right. You gotta cut the dead weight off, man. No matter what, you gotta cut them short. Like you don't gotta hate them or be beefing with them, but you can't be around them as much.
Seasonal people.
Yeah, you have to really lock in with yourself, man. Cause I want better, man. Like I do, like, and I really want this to be the thing that help me get out of the hood, So that's what I really want. But
what would that look like to you? Would that look like traveling? Would that look like being a community leader and changing the riding community in Philly?
All three. Yep. Me changing the community, me traveling, me even just like. Cause that's just me. I'm always that good-hearted bull. Like, I'm always the guy that's going to be like, damn, let me try to put this person in position. Gotta help this bull. I'm just like that, like a lot. But I know a lot of people want to do it for me. They want to come back or try to help other people. Like, yo, let me put him. Try to put. You know what I'm saying? But I know me though. I'm a type bull. Like, damn, I can give him this little what's the name? Connect.
Right.
And he can go on with his life and try to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be on that type of stuff. So even if I did make it, man, God forbid, like, man, I know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna try to help. I ain't gonna help everybody.
Right.
But I'm gonna try to go down the line, and if I put him on a connect, yo, do this for, you know what I mean,
right.
Keep it going.
Right.
That's the type of thing I'll try to do. Like, I mean, that's it though. But I wish, man, cause I don't do the right thing. Like, I'm gonna definitely do the right thing with that, man. Like, cause we got a lot of talented. We got a lot of talented people, period. But like in the dirt bike culture, we got a lot of good riders, man. They really nice. Like, these guys really they nice, man.
Yeah, it blows me away when you guys like sway back and forth on one wheel. I'm like,
it'd be crazy, right? It'd be looking crazy in person, man.
You're defying physics.
Yes, and it looks so crazy, man. That's and just like they you know, you got football, basketball, man. Dirt bike is a sport, man. That's our sport, man.
Absolutely.
We might not do it on the dirt like they say on the track, but man, this is a sport, man. Like,
the dirt track's a whole nother beast too. That's way more dangerous.
That's really what I wanted to do. I wish I would have did when I was younger. I wish, cause you know that's they make money too.
Yeah.
But it's just you know, you breaking bones and you doing a lot of
yeah. It's bad. I would say I'd rather being in a pack on a dirt track, jumping through the air, feet like next to each other at 40 miles per hour, 50 miles per hour, way more dangerous than wheeling, kind of a little bit more spread out on an open road, not jumping through the air. Like I've never seen somebody hell-evac on the streets of Philly. You know what I mean? I've never seen like a dirt bike rider hit a car or another dirt bike rider and need to hell-evac off the ground. I have been on a dirt track, perfectly legal and perfectly safe, and the guy following me didn't know as much as I knew, and he didn't make it over the jump, and he got ran over a whole bunch of times, and the helicopter had to come get him. And that was the last day I ever went on a dirt bike track, like an MX track.
Yeah, it's different. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, that shit is different from what we do. Like, I would love to try it though, but it's different. It's two different lanes.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of mindset, the same kind to get up in that wheelie and maintain the wheelie of that confidence and like just zone in to keep yourself alive.
You gotta know how to hit that jump.
Same to come out of a hole shot and shoot straight off a triple tree or
and hit them jumps too. You gotta know how to hit them jumps and stuff and land them and stuff. So
change the ratio of the bike in the air from air braking to you know, it's a lot, and I feel like because the public doesn't see that. Right. It's not a problem. Like it for us, this whole sport is dangerous. So like we're taking the most minimal risk possible to enjoy every day we can of this sport. So I've been I've broken my left leg 3 times, right? Two of them weren't really, I mean, I participated because I was riding, but if they hadn't pulled out in front of me, I wouldn't have hit them. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And the other one was me pushing myself in a closed off almost lot like we have, but with grass. And I landed a jump wrong and broke my leg. But that was me being an ass and showboating, and I knew my limit, and a bunch of my buddies came and were like, you can't wheelie, so I wheelied, which I don't usually wheelie, and then I came into the jump really far away and fast because I wasn't wheeling.
They hyped you up and
and then they hyped me up with a broken leg.
Damn, man, that'd be the worst, man. Hyping you up, I got it. Something happened, right?
But every aspect is dangerous, but we do it to enjoy the ride and make it home. Like that's what everybody thinks, that like we're going out there and making it dangerous for everybody else. You're just seeing just a glimpse of how dangerous it is just to sit on one of these things and move. Like we're sitting on a hill cliffside. There are people I knew that would ride up and down this all day.
Yeah,
and if
sure.
you fall into the creek, you could break your neck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But then there are, and I'm sure you don't experience it much, but like when we ride in the trails in Pennsylvania, we run into bicyclists, not like literally run into them, but they get very aggressive and very heated that we're riding like dirt bikes on these dirt trails because they're like, they're for mountain bikers.
Right.
And you're destroying the trail. Like, how do you destroy dirt? Is what I ever understood. Like, what the hell? This is dirt,
crazy,
dude.
Man,
it is. Sometimes it catches fire from lightning. You know what I mean? We let it wash away with the rain, you know, but like, and it's just a sense of the unknown and pride and how people react with dealing with one another. You could take the bike away and I'd just be a jogger and you be a bicyclist and I'm going to run into you and be mad at you because I'm jogging and you're riding your bicycle. You know what I mean? It's just how humans interact. We can either be with love, like you say, or be with just pure hate. Just right off the bat hate. Like, and I'm sure you see it, it's more prevalent now more than ever that I've grown up with. Like, even when you're going to get food from like McDonald's or Chipotle or Chick-fil-A, sometimes you have a really nice person behind the cashier, like really happy, having a great day. They're like, would you like anything else? Like, would you like a courtesy cup of water, some napkins? Like, just overabundantly nice. And then the other person's just like, so like, what, do you need anything else? Like, do you want your change? Like, can you tip me?
Yeah, you got the ignorant people.
Right.
The ignorant one, I hate them so bad. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even say hate, but I hate them so bad because I'm the type that I'm getting ignorant right back with them fast. So y'all want to be smart? I don't like it because, like, why would you? Don't work here if this ain't the job for you. If you're not gonna be polite or this ain't your day, then you can't work at this type of job. Like, it's stupid, man.
And they'll be the first to complain and say you're harassing them or sexually profiling them or you called them the wrong gender.
Crazy, man.
It is wild, and I feel like and the part of like me doing and sitting you down for this and you won't be the last is to kind of help people communicate better, and listen. I feel like people only talk to be heard anymore. They don't talk to listen. Like nobody
that's the problem
is really trying to rebuild their community. Everybody's just like, I want friends, but I want this from my friends. You know what I mean? That sounds like a needy bitch. You got to stop being a needy bitch and stand up and help each other. And
it's that communication, man.
Yeah, you can still have those needs, but you can't be weak. You can't be weak. When the last person's weak, the whole structure falls down. If we're all weak together, and grabbing at one another, you're all good and just drown it. You have to hold one another up. So I thank you for talking, and I want you to ride safe and always.
Man. And we gotta stick together though. If we stick together, we more powerful. Like, we letting them just do this to us and chase us and do the dumb stuff, man. That's just what it's gonna be. We letting them have it. We letting them do it. But obviously, you can see, ain't nobody start riding though. So once they started doing that, people still riding every day. Y'all ain't going. They can't stop us, man. It ain't gonna stop. There's too many bikes. Like, you're not gonna. You might get little stragglers and stuff like that. Y'all take their bike, but ain't nobody gonna stop, man.
And I think if the general public hated us, I mean, there was people that walked by the cameras and were sitting in a park. I feel like if they hated us, they would came and booed us and took their phones out and were like, hey, like, you're terrible. I'm calling the cops right now. But I feel like a lot of the media broadcast this. Just that video Cody. You know what I mean?
Make it look so bad and terrible.
Right.
Like, it's just so much. Y'all got 20 dirt bike cops out here, like we didn't, like, these are, every dirt bike rider's a killer, serial killer, man. Make sure y'all get them, man. Don't let them get by. Like, man, there's so much other stuff going on out here. People that's missing and found dead in parks and woods, and y'all worrying about dirt bike. Like, come on.
400 murders last year, plus.
Yeah, y'all worrying about, but it's crazy how they go hard about this. Like, why y'all can't jump out here and 20 dirt bikes deep in cars and go search for people that's missing? Why y'all can't search like that?
Or shut down Kensington for a week.
Yeah, y'all got so many cops to come out for this though. This is so crazy. It's crazy to me, man. But I guess that's the world we live in.
Well, I think it's because nobody gives you guys this.
At all.
At all. The news hasn't contacted nobody.
Right.
There aren't any interviews on the news.
And it's so crazy because it's kind of scary because it's like if they did reach out, you'll have a lot of riders nervous because you don't know if like, damn, y'all gonna try to lock us up or something.
It's a setup or you know.
Because we wouldn't mind trying to talk about it or it's like we don't know if y'all gonna try to get us or something. Like it's crazy. Like people be on probation, people be going through other stuff in life and. We don't got time to try to play with them people. Like.
That sounds a lot like oppression.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like oppression.
Yeah, this shit really helps a lot of guys that like be beefing outside of bikes. They could be beefing, they could be going through whatever. When they on these bikes, everybody cool, everybody good, everybody happy. They don't understand the real shit that's inside of this, the brotherlyhood that comes with this shit. They just see us on a bike. Oh, look at these thugs. Rolling and going crazy. No, you don't even understand how deep it get with this bike stuff, like the love and what it does to people. Like, man, this shit stops a lot of shit during that time we ride.
Right.
Everybody, you see people on all kind of bikes. Like everybody just, we just together. Everybody loving, everybody recording people. We just having a ball, man.
Hyping people up.
Yeah, like it's a lot. We even got the girls on the bikes now going crazy with us. Like they turned up. Like. I love seeing that. Like the females be riding crazy with it. Like they even fell in love with it. Now they understand how us guys be when we ride these bikes. That shit had them the same way, man.
Right.
That'd be they stress reliever when they jump on the bike and wheelie. Like there's a lot to it. Like I be having females hitting me up. They want me to teach them how to ride. Like it'd be crazy, and they'd be like, "Damn, that's love. Like you really want to, try this." And I got kids that I know it's kids out here that look up to us too, man. A lot of them, we ride past, you see the kids screaming, that shit make me feel like, damn, they really loved seeing this. Like,
right.
So now, what I wanted to do is, I wanted to come out with like an ebook.
Okay.
On how to ride, how to start on riding, what bikes is good, and like a book where they could just purchase it online. Like you could purchase it and they have like all the pages and stuff, whatever you need to learn and stuff, and tell you what to do and things like that. Like that's what I want to do because I haven't seen nobody do it yet.
You should.
So I'm thinking about that's what I'm thinking about. I might do about the ebook, man. It's because it might be people around the world that want to learn.
Yeah.
And they don't got nobody to really teach them, and you could just purchase my book.
And there are a lot of people that like to start with books.
Yes. And I ain't gonna lie. Each summer you got more people wanting to ride, more girls. Yeah. Everybody just want to ride. Like it's crazy.
It's good to see. It's good to see.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Well, I thank you for your time today, Charlie. And what was your Instagram handle again for the people?
Charlie's _Charlie with 2 I's _1. Yep, and YouTube is Life with Charlie. So check me out on there, y'all.
Well, thank you for a glimpse into your life and this crazy dirt bike hunt that's going on.
Yeah, definitely, man.